Hi everyone, Renee here, and welcome to this week's Pick a Card reading. This reading is for the week of August 14th, 2022. You know what to do. Choose a card. Which card do you feel drawn to right now? Is it card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3? Look below the timestamps and you can fast forward to your reading. I do have a little bit of an announcement. Within the next probably month or two, I'm going to put a coupon code at the very end of one of my videos here on YouTube, and it's going to be for a big discount on my deck, Color Goddess casting cards. Right now they retail for $59. I know that's kind of expensive, but they are self-published. I had to pay for everything myself out of pocket. Designed everything, had to find the printer, etc. So what I want to do for you, everyone who is following me here on YouTube, everyone who has subscribed to my channel, who watches my videos regularly, please like and subscribe. Comment. I love your comments. I try to read, well, I read all the comments and I try to respond to all of them. And again, within the next month or two, probably September, October, at the end of the video, after the third card reading is done, I'm going to put a coupon code on the screen where you will get a big discount on my deck. And I'm not talking 10%, I'm not talking 20%. So it's going to be more than 20% off of my deck, okay? So look for that in the future. But for now, take a deep breath, choose your card, and fast forward to your reading. Thanks for watching and have a great week. Hello, Group 1. If you chose the first card, this is your reading for this week. So let's take a look at your first card. It's number 9, Healing. Cleanse, hydrate, dissolve, and purify. So take a look at this image. This week might require you to do some healing. Let's draw another one of these cards. This is the Universal Folk Oracle. I love the artwork. It's really beautiful. The cards are kind of similar to mine. I like having several keywords, a main idea, a main word on the cards. My cup of tea. So you don't have to go to the booklet unless you want to. So let's see what else we get for you, Group 1. We also have for you number 24, Celestial. Possibility, connect, infinite, and soul path. And now we're going to draw 2 of my cards next to those. And then we'll get into the tarot. Group 1. It's always important to look at the images. Something might speak to you. The owl in the Celestial card, maybe the irises in the Healing card, or the castle in the background. Lilac, immaturity, innocence, and youth. And Sapphire, knowledge, learning, organization, also affiliated with the sign of Taurus. Interesting. I love these 4 cards for you. Now you notice we do have 2 that are of a lilac, lavender, purple shade. So I would say that's probably your color for the week. Any type of purple shade would probably benefit you this week. And as I shuffle the tarot cards, I'm going to focus on the oracle cards that we've drawn so far. Okay, possibility, connect, soul path. I feel like you're entering a new phase of your life. I feel like some of you are maybe starting to feel like a real grown-up. Some of you are really adulting for maybe the first time, you know, for my younger audience here. But it's kind of transitional is what I'm feeling. Not a major transition. It's a slow transition that's been happening for a while. Letting go of the past, healing things from the past, connecting with yourself, connecting with the divine, learning new things, maybe for fun, maybe for work. Kind of there's a sense of maturity with this transition, growing up, a sense of growing up. Let's see what we get with the tarot cards. For you, group 1, 8 of Wands. This is the Dreaming Way Tarot. We have King of Wands. This Sun, beautiful, beautiful Sun card. The 2 of Pentacles. And we have the Knight of Cups. All right, so let me take a look at these for you. Action needs to be taken. The beginning of the week is active. You are in charge and taking action in an area of your life that has to do with creativity is what I'm getting first and foremost. You might be a fire sign. King of Wands is coming in here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire sun sign or moon sign. But overall, this is really, really creative energy. Thinking outside of the box. So even though, you know, your left brain is turned on, I feel like you're meshing your knowledge, your intellect with your intuition and with your creative brain, the creative side of you. You're definitely thinking outside of the box. So that's what's happening. It might be what is necessary for work. Maybe you're kind of getting a little bit of a hint. Be sure to think outside of the box at the beginning of the week. It's definitely going to prove well for you. There's success, there's joy with the Sun card, the 2 of Coins. Okay. Definitely there is a rebalancing of a relationship. Maybe you have been, you know, not estranged, that's not really the right word, but maybe you've been having some conflicts, arguments, having a rough patch with your person, causing you a lot of anxiety, sleepless nights. There's a sense of balancing. There's a sense of softening in this area of your life, in the area of romance. And after that, we do have this Knight of Cups. So whether this is you or the other person, someone is coming forward with kind words, possibly poetry, romance, I love you, I'm sorry. Someone making plans to be romantic, someone proving to you they want to be with you. Okay? So the first part has to do with creativity, work, thinking out of the box. The second half here has to do with your relationship. If you're not in a relationship, then it definitely is indicating someone coming in for you as a possibility, all right? And I always say this every week. This could be this week, the end of this week, but it could be kind of within the next 2 weeks. My readings tend to be, they're focused on this week, but they can go back a week or two and they can go forward a week or two. Just in general. Some of you, it might be all happening this week. Others of you, it's going to be a little bit in the past, a little bit now, and a little bit in the future. I do want to draw a few more cards for you and see what else we can tell you. That one just like flipped out. Let's see what it is. Knight of Coins. Okay, so whether this is the rekindling of a relationship or it's a new relationship, it's kind of like slow and steady wins the race. It's slow but steady trust, slow but steady growth, slow but steady getting to know each other, okay? Page of Cups, more romance. I mean, there's a lot of romance coming up for you. It does seem to indicate that's happening towards the end of the week. I want to draw a few more here. Nine of Wands. Okay. Yeah, you're taking what you've learned in the past and you're using, like I said before, you're using your analytical brain, you're using your intellect, your wisdom, okay, that you've gained over time. You're using your wisdom, your knowledge, along with your intuition and your creative little hits here that's going to help secure you in the workplace. Whatever this is for you, it's going to be different for all of you. I know a lot of people view the videos here, but essentially your strength this week is going to be thinking outside of the box, trusting your intuition, using intuition with your intellect, okay? Also, I'm getting something from my guides to tell you. Something about like trusting yourself. Trust yourself this week. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself. If you feel like this is good, what you've come up with is good, it probably is. If you feel like this relationship is seemingly wonderful, magical, it probably is something special. Let's draw a flower card for you, group 1. All right, so for you, we have zinnia, absence. What is not here is the key this week. Okay, so what is not here is the key. And in your case, I feel like what might not be here is the anxiety and the worry. The anxiety and the worry. I feel like this is going to be overall a really good week. Let's draw a few words of wisdom to wrap up your reading. But it looks like a really good week of growth, of your life having examples of your maturity and your growth in all areas, emotional, mental, physical. We have harvest. That's a really great word for you. Encourage. We have, mend. That's good. That's good for this relationship. Mending the relationship. And look, I said earlier, wisdom. Encourage, harvest, wisdom, and mend. That kind of sums it up for you, Group 1. I hope this helps you. All right? Have a great week. Bye. Hello, Group 2. How are you? Let's take a look at your first card. You got number 13, Hidden. Wisdom, Elementals, Fairy, and Uncover. I love that. So there's going to be something maybe hidden this week. I feel like for most of you, it probably means something's becoming uncovered. Something that was hidden is no longer hidden, is kind of what I'm getting for you. Let's shuffle and draw you one more of the Universal Folk Oracle cards, Group 2. See what else I can tell you about your week. We have Manifest, number 40. Dreams, journal, moon, and sleep. Interesting, because the moon card in the tarot can mean secrets, something hidden. And in some instances or some placements, it can mean something becoming unhidden, right? A secret being revealed. Very interesting. Let's see what we get with my deck, Group 2. So we're going to draw 2 of mine as well. And then we'll get into the tarot and all that stuff. Okay. Turquoise, direction, point, and purpose. And we also have brown, earth, foundation, and seeds. Okay. So right off of the bat, we notice there is this repeating brown color. This is like a gray brown, almost a sepia tone going on in this card. And then we have brown. I feel that there's a realization coming for you this week, Group 2. There's a realization coming for you. You are going to be directed by your intuition, by signs, by symbols, maybe even by other people. You're going to be directed in the right direction. You're going to be shown the right path, the next goal, okay? And this is the week where you're going to be starting this. You're going to be planting those seeds this week. This is a week of planting. Starting the work, starting the whole manifestation process is what I'm getting here. All right? Maybe you've felt a little bit lost lately. You don't know what you want to do or don't know what you want to do next, or maybe you're in between jobs, in between relationships, in between projects, whatever it is. You're going to get some illumination. That's the word I was searching for. So you're going to get some illumination this week. Pay attention to your dreams. Keep a dream journal. Pay attention to your intuition. Pay attention to synchronicities. If you meditate, try speaking with your spirit guides or your spiritual posse. I feel like you're going to get some direction this week from your spiritual posse and from your higher self as well. You'll have that kind of aha moment. That's what I need to do. That's what I need to strive for. And then you organize it in your mind or make lists or however it is you plan things. And then you're planting the seeds. You're starting the basis of this, whatever it is that you want to manifest in the future, okay? So let's get into the tarot and see what I can tell you, group 2, or what else I can tell you. And of course, we've got the blues and the browns showing up for you. A lot of earth tones for you, and a little pop of that turquoise. Earthy brown, sepia, taupe, and turquoise, and maybe a darker blue would be great for you this week. Group 2. Turquoise is the throat chakra. The browns, the earth tones, are the root chakra, usually that base chakra. We have 3 of coins. We have temperance. We have 10 of swords. 3 of wands. And we have the 9. Okay. All right. There's a struggle this week. There's a struggle with other people. Working with other people, there's a little bit of a conflict or a struggle. Let me draw on that and get the full story for you, or as full and complete as I can get here. Yeah, it's just something isn't going right in a partnership. I feel like this has to do with work or school or something that is not romantic. So something's going on with this. It doesn't feel right. This is the illumination we've been talking about. This is the mental illumination, making a decision. All of a sudden, aha, I know what I need to do. And maybe you need to dissolve this business partnership, or maybe you need to leave this group, or whatever this is that just isn't working out for you. There's too much conflict. I feel like someone has been maybe even abusing power, but at the very least a know-it-all, like my way or the highway type of person. It's been draining you, definitely been draining you, and you can't do it anymore. You can't do it anymore. Once you make up your mind, once you have a solution to this problem, you feel more balanced, more emotionally balanced and mentally balanced. But I feel like you've hit the rock bottom, or you're hitting rock bottom, and that could be the catalyst for this moment of illumination. Okay, that could be the catalyst. I had a client, just for example, I had a client once who didn't like his job, okay? But he had to do it, he had to pay bills. And was applying for other jobs and getting interviews, but nothing was set in stone. And one day he just emailed me and said, I quit my job. I can't take it anymore. I reached rock bottom. I was overlooked yet again for this promotion. And that rock bottom was also that moment of clarity, like this is it, like the final straw, right? Like the final straw. For you, group 2, something could be your final straw here. And that in turn speeds up the momentum of whatever this other thing is, okay? Because you are then free to look a little bit further and a little bit freer on the future, which if you notice here, there's a rainbow. Her back, his or her back is to the past. Like, I'm moving on. It is time. I am doing that other thing I've been thinking about or wanting to do for months or years. It is time. I have had the last straw with this person, with these people, with this situation. I'm moving on. And I'm searching for security, but I find it within myself. Remember, your security exists within you. Okay, it exists within you. Know that wherever you are safe and secure. Okay, 6 of coins. There's going to be some people who are going to help you, whether they give you advice or they're just communicating with you some advice. Also, this kind of says ask for advice when you need it. All right, group 2, when you need advice, ask people. Ask people you trust. What should I do next? How can I go about this? Or people who are doing what you want to do already, ask their advice. How did you get to where you are? Like, for example, how did you get to where you own your own business and you make 6 figures? You're learning and being helped and advised by other people who know a little bit more about this new thing. Yeah, but it's time to take action. It's a week of action. It's a week of change. It's a week of clarity of mind. That aha moment, perhaps there's more than one, but there's going to be most likely at least one aha moment. And from that, you move on. Okay, let's draw you a flower card, group 2. Let's see what else I can tell you. Tiger lily, security. Choose the safe harbor for now. All right. That's for now, though. I feel like that is, I'm going to draw another one because I feel like that's where you've been. I feel like that's where you've been. And this card literally means, the typical or the Rider-Waite-Smith system that I teach shows the person on the shoreline looking at all the ships in the harbor. They're ready to leave the shore, okay? They're ready to leave the harbor. This is the past. That's the past. You're ready to leave the harbor. So I'm going to draw you another flower card. So what was a tiger lily is perhaps now an everlasting daisy, fortitude. Be brave and dig deep. There you go. You're moving from that tiger lily energy to everlasting daisy energy. And you're focused more on what you want. Okay? Let's draw a few words of wisdom and wrap up your reading. Let me know in the comments if this makes sense at all. Yeah, we've got transform coming through. First word. Wow, happy. You're moving towards happiness for sure. And we've got that moon energy coming in again. Illumination. Illumination and heart. Have a happy heart. Follow your heart. It's time for this little transformation. All right, group 2, have a great week. Bye. Hello, group 3. How are you? Let's see what your first card is. So for you, we have kinship. Teamwork, connection, sharing, and supporting. So there's a feeling of kinship this week. Sharing and supporting others. Might be other humans. Might be animals. It's going to be different for all of you. Let's draw one more of the Universal Folk Oracle cards for you. Group 3. Echoes, number 20. Ancient culture, roots, and customs. So dipping your toes into something nostalgic perhaps this week. And then there's a kinship. Let's see what we get with my deck. We'll draw 2 of these and then we'll get into the tarot. feels good. Purple, dignity, nobility, and prominence. And rose, emotions, love, and unity. Okay. So interesting, because we have 4 different colors. You know, that's always the first thing I notice here. I'm going to get a feel for these cards while I'm shuffling the tarot cards. For me, shuffling is kind of meditative. I shuffle a lot. Okay, teamwork. I feel for you, group 3. I literally heard from one of my guides that someone is going into business with their sister. Okay, so tell me if that makes any sense. Someone's going into business with their sister, and they're excited about it. Something's been holding you back up until now, and things are really getting off the ground this week. For some of you, this is connecting to your family and your roots. There might be a reunion happening. Others of you, I feel that your culture, your ancestry, is going to play a part in your future. For example, let's say you are part, Native American Indian. Let's say you're part Cherokee. Maybe you want to move forward and be a history teacher, a specialized history professor, perhaps, right? Cultural studies. And in that field, you would reach a point of prominence in your field. Because I get a lot of passion with this. Passion with the past and culture and history. But there's a sense of teamwork as well. And I get like sisterly vibes. Could be like a soul sister. Maybe not a biological sister for all of you, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting so far. Let's see what the tarot tells us, because it's going to be different for all of you. Got the Hanged Man. We have Knight of Cups. We have Judgment. We have the Page of Wands. And the Eight of Wands. Okay, all right, let's take a look here. The Hanged Man is bringing a new perspective. Or you might be bending over backwards to see something from a different perspective or to please someone else. Okay. I feel like, you're definitely looking into the farther future. Retirement even. Maybe you're my age, in your 50s, or maybe you're a little older and you're seriously looking at retirement, as we do, right? And you're seeing something from a different perspective. Like maybe you never thought of investing money, and maybe now you're thinking about investing in something, whether it's a stock or a bond or a business or whatever. I get the word investment, and I get the word future. And it does have to do with finances. It has to do with money. So you're seeing something a little bit differently this week than perhaps you have before. Knight of Cups. Okay. All right. I think perhaps you're seeing things a little differently because you received some kind of bad news, unfortunately, about money. There's a disappointment here, okay? And it's definitely bad news. I can't get around that Tower, the 5, or the Devil. Can't get around it. Is it the end of the world? Absolutely not. This is just one more of several billion humps in the road that we experience per lifetime, right? Something isn't going wrong. Probably has to do with finances. Maybe something you planned for is gone. I know a lot of my relatives and my parents used to talk about, losing Social Security, right? That's a scary thing. This could be something like that. Maybe not that quite that serious, but it's something like that. So you have to come up with another plan. You have to make a better judgment. You have to make a better decision, a different decision. You have to do something a little bit differently, okay? For a few of you, this has to do with health. And there is a recovery here, but it's definitely going to knock you back a few steps. If you have some kind of systemic illness, such as I do, or a chronic illness, this would mean probably having a flare-up midweek or so where you're feeling like extra bad, but you know, you're fine. It doesn't last too long. You're back in business towards the end of the week. And you're communicating with people you haven't talked to in a long time, okay? We have the Hermit here, and it can mean higher learning. It can mean going within, doing some, work on yourself, self-help, but it can also mean feeling lonely or alone. Now, what I'm getting just visually and psychically, these three different people, doesn't matter if they're male or female, there's three humans here, there's three people. I feel like you are reconnecting with people. Maybe that's part of this card. Kinship. You're reconnecting with people. You've been feeling lonely and you're reconnecting with these people this week. And it's a blessing. It's definitely a blessing. And your main message with this is to take action. For example, if someone invites you out to lunch that you haven't seen in a while, your sister or your brother or a friend or whoever, a coworker who you are friends with, do it. Take action. Sometimes we need to pull ourselves out of hermit mode, okay? And I know quite a few people who are having trouble with this, probably because of COVID. We got kind of used to being a little more introverted. And for some people, it's been really hard to pull them out of it and get them motivated. So push yourself socially this week, okay? Group 3, not to the point of overexhaustion, but if you're feeling decent by the end of the week, get together with those friends, okay? Let's draw 1 or 2 more tarot cards. 3 of Swords and the 7. Yeah, so I feel there is physical pain here for some of you. Let's say you have a condition where your back flares up, the pain, a nerve, whatever, or you have neuralgia. There's a flare-up happening, but it does subside. It's not going to last all week. Most likely it'll last a day or 2 or whatever. But just know that. You'll get through it. You'll be fine. You're going to get to this weekend with feeling a little bit better than you were feeling, okay? And yeah, there's definitely reconnecting with people, looking into your culture, your past, your ancestry, which is going to be important. But interestingly, also looking further into the future, but somehow, in some way, your past and the study of your past or your culture or your ancestry or your genealogy, somehow that's going to play into your further future. Interesting. Makes any sense at all? Let me know in the comments. Let's draw you a flower card, group 3. Okay, I like this one on top here. And we have anemone, optimism. Look up and look brightly, group 3. Yes. Look up and look brightly. Your future looks quite bright. A lot of love around you. There's a lot of unconditional love around you. That's what this card's all about. This card isn't so much about romantic love as it is about unity and unconditional love. Okay? Let's draw you a few words of wisdom. Let's see what we have here. We have hope. We have live. We have, follow. And believe. Okay? Live, hope, follow, and believe. And by follow, it probably means follow your heart. Follow your heart. Be optimistic. Let your head rule this. Let your heart rule this week. Let your intuition rule this week. Let your heart rule this week. Let it lead you to hope. All right, group 3. Thanks for watching. Have a great week.